I've lived for 30 years, and only now have I realized that making dried chili at home is much easier than buying it ready-made from the store. I only recently learned this method from my grandmother, and surprisingly, you can completely make your own chili powder rich, fragrant, and spicy without needing to buy packaged chili powder. With just a few simple steps, you can make dried chili that is cleaner, more fragrant, and much more visually appealing. Today, I'll show you how to make dried chili at home in an incredibly simple way, while preserving its bright, natural red color, rich aroma, and full, spicy flavor. After trying it once, you might not want to buy packaged dried chili again. Let's get started. First, to make a fragrant and delicious batch of dried chili, choosing the right type of red chili is the most important step. These are fresh chilies I bought this morning. You can see that their red color is bright and vibrant, and the stems are still fresh and green. This is exactly the type of chili you should choose for making dried chili. On the other hand, you should avoid chilies that are darker in color or slightly dull-looking because they will affect both the color and flavor of the final product. If you're not sure, don't hesitate to ask the seller about the freshness of the chilies. After choosing the right chilies, the next step is to clean them properly. Put all the chilies into a large bowl of water. Add 1 tablespoon of salt and stir until it dissolves. Soak the chilies for about 5 to 7 minutes. This helps loosen dirt or residue stuck on the surface. After soaking, rinse the chilies thoroughly under running water, making sure each one is clean. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. Then, remove the chilies and place them in a colander to drain completely. Once the chilies are dry, it's time to remove the stems. Simply snap off the stems and discard them, keeping the body of the chilies. The stems are not needed when making dried chili because they can affect both the flavor and color of the chili powder. After removing the stems, you'll see the beautiful deep red color of the chilies. Now it's time for the drying step. I'll introduce 3 natural drying methods that are suitable for everyone, whether you have special equipment or not. These include sun drying naturally, drying with an air fryer, and dry roasting in a pan. The first method is natural sun drying. Spread the chilies in a thin, even layer on a clean tray and place them in a dry, well-ventilated spot under direct sunlight. The natural heat will help remove surface moisture and dry the chilies gently. If the sun is strong, you can dry them for about 10 to 12 hours, or until the chilies are dry on the outside and can be snapped easily. Where are you from? It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. The second method is using an air fryer. It's very simple. Put the chilies into the air fryer basket, spreading them in a thin, even layer. Don't overcrowd them so the heat can circulate evenly. Set it to dehydrate mode at 90 degrees Celsius for about 1 hour. During this time, the chilies will gradually lose all their moisture and dry completely. After 1 hour, check them. If the chilies are dry, crispy, and easy to snap, they're ready. Remove them and let them cool completely. The third method is light dry roasting in a pan or pot. Use a wide pan over low heat. Add the chilies and stir gently for a few minutes until the remaining moisture evaporates. The goal is to dry them, not cook them. Very important, do not use high heat and do not roast them for too long, as this can darken the color and change the aroma. When done properly, the chilies will still keep their bright red color, fragrance, and be suitable for long-term storage. Just stir until the chili skins feel slightly dry. After using these 3 methods, you'll see that the chilies still retain their beautiful red color, natural aroma, and rich, pure flavor. The chilies are now completely dry, with no moisture left, making them perfect for high-quality dried chili. After drying, divide the chilies into 2 equal portions and grind each portion separately to create 2 types of dried chili with different textures. Each portion is about 100 grams of dried chilies. For the first portion, put it into the grinder and use the pulse mode instead of blending continuously. Pulse a few times, just enough to break the chilies into coarse pieces. This method creates a texture similar to the dried chili sold in supermarkets, or the small packets served with pizza. When you open the grinder, you'll see chili pieces that are uneven and moderately coarse. This type is very versatile for everyday cooking: pizza, pasta, stir-fried noodles, and fried rice. It is also ideal for making homemade chili oil. From 100 grams of dried chilies, you'll get quite a generous amount of coarse chili, enough to use for many dishes. Now, for the second portion. This time, grind it a little differently to create a finer texture. Instead of using pulse mode, blend continuously so the chilies become more evenly ground. After a while, you'll see a much finer texture, almost like chili powder. Compare the 2 types. One side is coarse chili with visible pieces and a rough texture. The other side is fine chili, evenly colored and smooth. Both come from the same type of chili, but they are clearly different. Having 2 textures gives you more flexibility in the kitchen. Coarse chili is perfect for sprinkling over pizza, pasta, or stir-fried noodles. Fine chili blends perfectly into curry, soups, and fried dishes. By simply adjusting the grinding time, you can customize the chili texture to match your dish and personal preference. Sprinkle chili powder over the fried egg while it's still hot. Just a thin, even layer is enough to make the color stand out, and let a gentle heat spread through the dish, enhancing the flavor without overpowering the egg's natural taste. Now, only the storage step remains. Put the coarse chili and fine chili into 2 separate glass jars with tight-fitting lids, making sure the jars are clean and completely dry. Airtight storage is very important because it helps preserve the color, aroma, and flavor for longer. Keep the jars in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. That way, you'll always have homemade dried chili ready to use. That's how to make dried chili at home. I hope this video has shown you that you no longer need to rely on store-bought chili, and that you can completely make your own chili that is better and safer. That's how to make dried chili at home. I hope this video has shown you that you no longer need to rely on store-bought chili, and that you can completely make your own chili that is better and safer.